Oh my god. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. I still didn't hit that rabbit, that was terrible. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5, where today, first of all, I want to show you this. Now, those of you that have watched my videos recently might recognize what this car might be about, but for those of you who don't understand, recently I did a video about custom lifted cars using the V-Stancer mod. Basically, I took a few cars and instead of slamming the cars and giving them camber, I basically lifted them and made them into sort of like lifted versions or off-roading versions of themselves. And one of the cars that I did in that video was the Radius, and it turned out it actually looked really amazing when I lifted it. The problem was it still had the standard sort of wheels and everything else. Well, 13 Stuart C, I'm sorry, I know that you tweeted me. I lost your tweet, but I'm going by your username on the GTA 5 mods thing. I'm going to put a link to this mod in the description. But he basically made this cool version of the Radius with off-road wheels and a bull bar and a little tow thing going on here, some fog lights. Oh, I've actually got a bit of mud going on here. And I believe these are different as well. I don't think those are supposed to be there. And also, even a 3D engine. Check this out. It's even got a proper engine with the air filters on the top. And I just thought to start this video, I just wanted to show you this, guys. I know it wasn't going to be enough for like a full video, but I really wanted to check this out. Whenever there's some sort of like custom creation that I've made, if any of you make it into mods, or if any of you make like a Figureight livery or something like that, please tweet it to me, because I'm really interested in this sort of stuff. And even if I don't do a full video on them, maybe I'll feature them at the start of a future video, just like I am doing here. So actually what I want to quickly do is I just want to make this look a bit more like the one that we had from that video. Check that out. That is a proper off-roading vehicle like that. Or what I could do, thinking that we've got these wheels here, I might be able to make this like slammed with some bigger wheels. So I could get something like these GT1s right here. I can go back to the paints and let's try and make this like proper clean. Let's just go to dirt level and just get rid of all of that. I'm going to go for this deep Cabernet red. And then if we just go to V-Stancer, we could actually go and tuck all this in like that. In fact, there's actually going to be some camber. So maybe if I was to sort of tuck that in a little bit first, and then we can slam that down. And there we go. I could just sort of tuck that bit in there. That's quite nice. And then we could do the same on the rear. And it turns out, even with this version, even using the V-Stancer mod, we can use these big wheels to our advantage and make just an awesome, sort of like a VIP slammed version of the Radius as well. How about that to start off the video? That looks amazing. I'm actually a big fan of the Radius. I think it's a really cool looking car, to be quite honest with you, especially when it's modified like this, and even the off-road version. Both look absolutely amazing, but that is not what this video is about. This is really going off topic. This video is actually about this. This beauty right here. Now, I said I like the look of that Radius, but compared to this, the Radius looks like rubbish. This is a GX71 Toyota Mark II Grande. I absolutely love boxy Japanese 80s sedan cars, saloon cars, and in fact just generally 80s Japanese cars are just amazing to me. And this thing can be modified. So actually in this video I'm going to create one, maybe two different versions of this. Oh, it looks absolutely beautiful already. I can't wait to see what we can do with this thing. But before we get into all of that, there's going to be some comments and questions on the screen. If you would like your comments and questions featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at Figureight. Links for my Twitter are in the description below. And don't forget this channel is also sponsored by Loot Crate. As always, they've got an amazing animation crate coming up for July that features Rick and Morty and Bob's Burger stuff. It's going to be amazing. If you're interested in that, you can head to the links in the description, www.lootcrate.com/Figureight, and use the code FIG8 for 10% off your first box. Right, let's get into this thing. I am rather excited. So first of all, let's just have a look around this thing. It's got some really nice wheels to start off with. I keep needing to remember now that we've changed to the new gun running DLC and mods are back to normal, I need to remember to... Oh, those, oh dear. They're supposed to be chrome, but textures are a bit broken. I need to keep remembering to install all those cool wheels back again, because at the moment I've still got the standard wheel set, so I have a feeling that we might be sticking with these wheels today. So let's just take a quick look around this car. It is absolutely beautiful. The textures are actually really nice. Look at that. Oh, that is just right there. I tell you, I love doing this. This is what I always do in my thumbnails as well. If any of you want some tips. I always just zoom that in like that. Look at that. I just absolutely love old boxy cars. Not even just Japanese cars, just old boxy cars in general. To me, are just the best looking. So simplistic and beautiful. Unsafe. Dangerously unsafe. They've got like the A-pillars is like the size of a twig. But beautiful. So here we are in the interior. This is indeed an automatic. And of course it's right-hand drive. This is a proper JDM car. This is a car that was only ever made for the Japanese domestic market. So just before we get into modifying, just in case this stuff can't be tuned and I do forget, this does have a 3D engine bay, which, if I look closely, is moving. So it is a 3D animated moving engine. All of the doors are pillarless, as they should be, which is very nice indeed. And there we have the boot. Okay, so turns out there is actually some stuff in the Benny's Lowrider mods, which is very exciting. This looks very tunable. So, on the spoiler, first of all, so we have the standard. We have Wing 1, which is really nice, simple. All of this looks amazing to me. That already is a winner. It looks so cool and retro. We have this, again, works really nicely on this car. It's got that nice scoop on it. I like the look of that. I'm pretty sure I've seen a Mark II that's had that on there before. And then we have the absolute winner. If you want to go full Bosozoku style, get a load of that. I mean, if you want Bosozoku style, it'd probably like be over there somewhere. It'd be absolutely massive. But that ducktail spoiler is a total win for me. I think I'm going to... If this is going to go the way that that spoiler's telling me, which is proper Bosozoku, then I think we're going to be doing two. One Bosozoku, one sort of like standard, cool, you know, the usual Shakutan look of just like slammed, cool, old Japanese car. So on the front, this is where it gets exciting. We have number 1, which is actually the same as stock. Okay. Then we have number 2, which is just a nice little lip spoiler. Looks very nice. Number 3 is the plastic lip spoiler. Number 4 is the big old Bosozoku chin. I think we're going to go for that one. Oh, no, now this is the Bosozoku chin. Oh, now that is cool. I do like that. Then on the rear bumper, I've got to tell you guys, I know that there are so many of you that are going to say this is Ricer, but I think that Bosozoku is so freaking cool. Don't ask me why. It's just, I don't know. Even if it's like completely outlandish, it's not the sort of thing that I would do. But just the style in general, I think is so cool because it's just so different. But, you know, I'm sure it's going to be a very Marmite thing, and you guys are either going to love it or hate it. So there's the first set of bumpers with the little diffuser going on down there. And then, there we go, the proper Bosozoku one. That is what we want. On the skirts, I hope we're going to get a matching one. Yes! Get a load of this. I'm so excited about this, but I have got to say, there's a lot of rake going on right now. That back looks quite nice and tidy, but that front is really high for some reason. That is some weird, ugly rake going on. We're going to have to fix that in a minute. On the exhaust, let's go around. So we have the standard twin pipes. Then we have a standard single pipe, which looks nice. Then another twin pipe, smoother, cleaner. And then, oh, of course, the victory pipes. We've got to go full victory pipes if we're going full Bosozoku style. Oh, God. Are there any other Bosozoku cars? I need more. I need more of this. More, please. Grill. So we got the standard grill, which looks amazing. Then we have... Oh, that's just the front plate. Nice Japanese plate as well. Then we have that one that's been bent. Then we have that one that's moved down. Then we have that one that is proper Bosozoku style, sort of like tucked in and bent right there. And then we have... Oh, now that's what we've got to go for. Completely losing the grill and then a big external front oil cooler. Yes, yes, 100% yes. Then, on the bonnet, we have... What? Okay, that is... We are really getting into the realms of absurdity right here. Oh my god, so we've got these fins that go on the bonnet. Again, this is Bosozoku style. We're going to have to do it. On the fenders, we have... Oh my god, like a full... What is this? Oh, it's like a getting rid of the plastic side trim. I tell you, I am an absolute lover of plastic side trim. But I think that if we're going to go all out, we're going to have to get rid of that stuff because it does smooth all that off. And I'm pretty sure that is what would happen with the Bosozoku style. Or... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, this is an absolute winner. What? I don't know what the name of this front bit is. If any of you know, please tell me. But I am a bit of a sucker for this sort of thing. I don't know why. It's like a really evil look to it. I absolutely love it. I am already predicting the hate in the comments from some of you that really don't get this style. But to me, this is so cool. I love this so much. So maybe that style isn't the Bosozoku style. Maybe that's just a smoothed out thing. Because as you can see here, it still has, mind you, it's like not got it there, but it has got it there. It would have been nice if there was like an extra thing that got rid of the trim and had that bit at the front. But, you know what, beggars can't be choosers. It still looks amazing. So then on this one, that gives us, oh, of course, the wing-mounted wing mirrors right here. Instead of being on the doors. This is just going all out. Absolutely amazing. For the roof, oh, it's actually going to be the spoiler on the back. So we have this one right here. And then we have this one. Is that carbon fiber? What is that texture? I don't know. But this is the one that's the standard color of the paint. So I'm going to go for that one. Then it's just a case of engine tuning. We're not going to be doing any of that. Suspension. What is our options in standard form without using V-stances? So we have lowered suspension, street, sport, competition. Barely changes it. And it's still got that quite nasty looking rake that we're definitely going to have to change. On the extras, are there any extras? Extra 1. Ooh. Ah, okay. I think they would work if we didn't have this kit. Yeah, if we didn't have that kit, it would be nice. Just having some nice little mud flaps in there. But yeah, they don't really work for this one. And then we have liveries. So, I don't know how many there are. So we have livery 1, which is just normal. We have... Oh my god. What the hell? Hang on. Isn't there a way somewhere that we could... This is all just tinted. Oh, I do like that colour tint, though. Oh, actually, I'm going to go for that nice green tint, because that's very Japanese style. Isn't there a way to... I'm pretty sure there is a livery... Oh, no, there's stuff in the Benny Slow Animals we haven't done yet, isn't there? Okay. Right, we'll have to come back to that. I almost thought we were finished for a second there. I'm pretty sure there is something that goes with that livery that goes on the windows, but we'll check in a minute. Oh, actually, that is the only livery. Okay, right. Well, that's it. I'm not gonna pick that livery. I'm gonna go standard. But for now, let's just pick that because I want to see what the rest of that looks like. So we have vanity plate, which is... It's gonna be on the rear, isn't it? Oh, this is perfect. Look, we've got this thing. I'm not entirely sure what this plate means. I've forgotten what it is. This like... Oh, is it unregistered? Like it's been deemed wrong, bad for the road? Was that it, or was it like an old car? I've seen it before, but I've just forgotten what it's for. Then we have the bent normal one, then we have the straight one, and then we have that one down there. Well, I'm going to go for that one, because I think that's cool. That's just a nice different look. Then on the trim, oh, that's just that which doesn't really work with that bumper, so we'll get rid of that one. On the seats, what have we got here? Oh, well, that's not right. Not entirely sure what that's about. Okay, we'll move on. Trim, which is... What are we looking at here? Oh, that's just boarded that thing up at the back. So we could actually have that boarded up, which is kind of Bosozoku look. Oh, I'm going to keep it with the number plates. Why not? And then doors. Here we go. Oh, I don't think that works quite well with the tint that we've got going on. Hang on, let's change the tint. Okay, here we go. So actually, we could only get that working on... What have we got? Even the stock stuff? Yeah. We can only have it with none if you want to have that livery and stuff going on there. Keep up, mate. I mean, I don't understand anime at all. This is like, what's it called? Kyusha? I'm going to go back to that green, and I'm going to get rid of that livery and get rid of that. There we go. Right, let's just change the colour and do the stance. See, now, naturally for me, in this car, something like a white or a grey is absolutely perfect, but we want this to look kind of leery and outlandish. So we want to go for something bright and out there. And here we go. Hot pink. Hot pink works so well. I guess the other colours would probably be like a lime green or something. What have we got? We've got like race yellow. Actually, that's quite nice. Something really leery. Yeah. Bright green? Lime green? Oh, there we go. Pink and lime green are both absolute winners with this thing. I'm going to go lime green, actually, for this one. I'm just really feeling lime green today. So, then on to V-stancer, so we can get this thing looking a bit more flush with the arches to make it look a bit more Bosozoku style. Let's just get rid of that camera angle as well so it doesn't move. So, let's just go front, track width out. And let's just slam this thing down first. And we go to there. We can go down a bit more, I think. How far before we're glitching into the ground, do you reckon? Ooh! That is so close. Okay, let's just get a bit of camber going on in the front. And then on the rear, it's going to be pretty much the same deal. Let's just go down a bit more. I mean, the rear was already quite far down. There wasn't really that much that needed to go down with this thing. I want this to be flat on the ground, which leaves us about there. And I'm going to go with the camber. I could get that camber with the rim on the outside of the arch. right there. I think that's a winner. It's some flush stance right there. Get a load of that. Let's just go ahead and drive this thing around. This is so cool. I absolutely love this thing. I absolutely love Bosozoku style. I wish there was actually more liveries. It's a shame that there's only one. It would have been nice if they could have done a few more sort of Bosozoku style, you know, inspired ones. But actually, it doesn't really matter that it didn't, because this is already just absolutely amazing. Right, I'm going to quickly do one more that suits what I would do, because I think that I probably wouldn't have the guts to do this in real life with my own one if I did. I'm going to try and make it look a bit more like one that I would probably own in real life. Okay, so first of all, I probably wouldn't go with this, and I probably wouldn't go with this. I'd like that nice, simple, just little thing there. It would either be that or none at all, I think. But that nice little one there is a nice little change, nice little difference, pretty retro styling thing to add. So I'm going to go with that. On the front, I think it looks really nice as it is. I might go with just the little lip spoiler, because that looks like some sort of optional extra in a way. I mean, these are just way too big. I would actually go with the one that's got the plastic bit on the bottom, or the nice rubbery bit on the bottom. For the rear, it's all just going to be way too much. That diffuser's too much, and this is too much, so that's going to be kept standard. On the skirts, again, there is only one option. It's way too big, keeping that standard. On the exhaust, I'm going to go, instead of that double one, I'm going to go for the nice little single. Just nice, simple, raspy exhaust. Okay, and it turns out that I did miss the chassis option in this one. Apparently, it does have a roll cage. I almost missed that. I'm pretty sure there are already comments from people who haven't got this far in the video that are already telling me that I missed the chassis, but I have remembered in the end. So there is actually only one option there. I don't know why there's two things there, but I could have the option for a roll cage, but no, I wouldn't do that in real life. For the grille, well, it's just a case of the different plate options, and I really like how it looks without the plate. So I'm going to go stock grille, because it looks perfect. The hood's going to have the fins, again, bit too much for me. The fenders is going to have the, we're going to go for the lacquer trim, but then I really like the plastic. So, yeah, we're going to have to just keep that standard as well. I think this is a telltale sign that I like my cars generally in real life to be just subtle and not too crazy. Although saying that, I will at some point in my life, I really do want to build a car that looks like this. Even if it's just like a fun weekend car, I want to do it. Then the other fenders are going to be the mirrors. I'm actually going to go with these ones, because I think just in a general sort of old school look, not really very useful when you're driving along the road because they're so far out, but I do like the look of wing-mounted wing mirrors. On the roof is actually the roof spoiler. Again, it's not really going to fit with this look of this car, so nope. And then it's just a case of, well, I'd maybe do the engine. Maybe that would be the bit I focus on a bit more. Oh yeah, and also this one does have the little mud flaps, which is quite a nice addition. I'll go with the mud flaps, why not? I tell you what is a shame though. It would have been really cool if this bottom bit, like everything below this plastic line on the bumpers and everything below this plastic line on the doors and the wings and the rear bumper bit here, if everything below that could have been a secondary color, we could have made some awesome two-tone looking 80s cars. But sadly, we can only go with the single color. So yeah, but I mean, white actually doesn't look that great on older cars. You really have to sort of look after it, but a silver, it does look cool. Or a grey, I'm always a big fan of grey. I mean, all these first few colours do actually look like something that would be like a standard colour on one of these. I mean, even something like sunset red, that is like a, it's like a darker burgundy, sort of a very 80s colour, I feel. Or even the gold. Actually, the gold is quite 80s, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to go gold. That is so cool. I did actually, fun fact, I did have an old EF Civic sedan that was in a very similar colour to that. Maybe a little bit darker, a bit more brown. But there we go, guys. Oh, loving that with the turbo sound. So there we go, guys. That was the GX71 Toyota Mark II Grande. I'm going to be putting a link in the description where you can go and download this, as well as the Rodius car that I checked out at the beginning of the video. Again, if you ever make a car that's related to something that I mentioned in a video, or you ever make a livery with a Figureight thing on it, or whatever you do, if it's anything related to the channel or anything it's quite nice to see one in the wild. Look at that. That is cool. Again, let me know on Twitter and I'll check it out, and maybe in the future I will actually feature it at the start of another video. But there we go, guys. That is it. Please let me know, actually, which one do you prefer? Are you a big fan of Bosozoku? Did you like the car that I built, or are you really more into what I've built here? This is timeless, in my opinion. I would be so happy to have one of these sitting on the drive. What is up with that guy? But there we go, guys. That is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.